In about 27 hours, it gets underway in Arlington, Texas. Big 12 championship game. Arizona State competing for a spot in the college football playoff. And we are joined by the Big 12 Coach of the Year of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Kenny Dillingham, for his weekly visit here on the Arizona Sports Line. Kenny, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good. We know you like to deflect credit, but we got to start with the congratulations. Congratulations on bringing the Territorial Cup home to Tempe. Congratulations on the Big 12 Coach of the Year. Very well deserved. And again, I know you like to deflect, but what does that mean to you?
Absolutely nothing. I mean, the guys told me after practice yesterday, and I said, okay, cool, let's go try to win a game on Saturday. Like, I could care less. The Coach of the Year award is essentially a overachieving team award. You know, we were probably the most overachieving team in the Big 12 this year, and you know, that's really what that award is. So, I mean, it's a group thing, and, you know, our guys are excited to go play this weekend.
So much in the air, so many great outcomes, consequences, impacts of this game, playing it in a gigantic stadium where the Cowboys play. What is your messaging to the team been this week, Kenny?
Yeah, I haven't talked about any of that. Play the game, not the occasion. That's probably been the only thing I've said in regards to it. Play the football game. There's 120 yards, and don't play the game. And that's it. There's nothing more. We're not going to the stadium before on Friday when we land. We're not doing anything special. Like, they're going to show up. They're going to be like, holy cow, this is unreal. And they're going to get changed, and they're going to go out there, and they're going to play football. And play the game, not the occasion. Then you get to celebrate the occasion, hopefully.
We had talked to you so much, and even last week going into the Arizona game, about the subject of finishing games in the second half. And Mississippi State and Kansas State and BYU were games that stood out where you had a team on the ropes and kind of let them off the ropes. How important was it, and how valuable was that experience of closing out a game in the fashion that you desired against Arizona, Kenny?
Yeah, that was huge. It was huge for our guys to see us finish in that manner, and not just our starters finish in that manner. You know, we put in our twos and threes there in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and, you know, they went out there and finished as well. So it was good to see our young guys. It was good to see our vets. It was good to see everybody in the program finish in the manner that we finished.
Jordan Tyson has been such a big contributor. He's such an intuitive player out there. How are you guys going to compensate for his loss?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of guys step up. I mean, you can't just replace him with one person or two people. That's going to be, 11 people on the field, all making up a little piece of what we lose in JT. And it'll be a great challenge for us. I mean, especially with how they play defense and what they do on the defense side of the ball. You usually have to have a dominant wide receiver. So for us, this game, we're going to have multiple guys step up. And we're going to have to run the football well, and we're going to have to take care of the football, and we're going to have to play really clean football to come back as a champion.
Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, ahead of the Big 12 championship game, our guest here on the Arizona Sports Line. You said you got to run the football well. I don't think it's any mystery that you're going to lean on Cam Scadaboo, but to see again what Kyson Brown was able to do in a handful of carries against Arizona, has he carved out himself a bigger role in a game plan for a game like this, Kenny?
Yeah, he definitely has carved out a role. I mean, we all know Scat is our bell cow, and but definitely, he's the next man up, and he's done a great job with it. The thing about Scat is you never know the load he can carry going into a game. You never know the mindset that he's in. Some games he wants to carry it 75 times. In other games, his body can't handle it. So going into this game, we'll see how Scat feels. But I definitely, Sip's done such a great job this year. He's grown so much. And his last game was definitely a breakout performance.
All right, what jumps out at you from the Iowa State tape? What kind of team are you encountering in Texas?
Yeah, a very physical football team. They're not just physical in the box, but physical on the perimeter. DBs, corners, safeties, linebackers, all getting off blocks and making tackles. The game's fairly simple. You block well, you tackle well, and you don't turn it over, you're going to win a lot of games. And they block well, and they tackle well, and they'll turn it over. So they've won a lot of games. And that's what shows up is the fundamentals of blocking and tackling, and then not MAing. They don't have missed assignments where they just let a guy run free 40 yards down the field, and they don't have negative plays on offense. so they stay on good down and distances.
Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of ASU, our guest here on Arizona Sports. Their passing game, Rocco Beck's had a really good year at quarterback, but they're also boast the only 1,000-yard duo wide receiver in Higgins and Noel. How equipped do you feel your pass defense, your secondary is to deal with those two studs at receiver?
Yeah, it's going to be a great challenge for us. I mean, they do a really good job forcing you to try to single those guys up. And we got to find ways to get the quarterback uncomfortable so they don't know if they're singled up or not. And if you just line up and say, hey, this guy's single covered, they're going to throw him a fade, throw a slant, complete the ball at a high rate, and go to the next play. So you've got to mix up the looks for the quarterback so he can't get comfortable on when he's singled, when he's doubled, and get him off of his first read. And if you give him the picture that he sees, he's going to dice you apart.
This is such a great time for everybody. I know this is not a time to reflect, but I'm curious, who have you heard from? Because the former players are rallying around this team, alumni rallying around this team. What's it been like from that perspective going into this game? Yeah,
you can definitely feel the energy. I mean, I'm getting text messages from people who aren't even ASU fans that are just business owners or people in the Valley like, hey, we're ASU fans this weekend. Like, we're fired up. And that's what activating the Valley is. That it's getting the community of people to be so excited about what's in their backyard that we're converting people to Sun Devil fans. We're getting people excited. I've had more people send me screenshots of them buying season tickets than I could even imagine. And that's just a testament to the guys and how much work they put in to put the product on the field that people want to be a part of. People want to come watch a game where guys play as hard as they can for as long as they can. And it really is a pretty cool season, pretty cool scenario to have all these people reaching out and just showing the true impact that ASU football can have on the community. I mean, there's people in my mom's in a grocery store, and they don't even know she's my mom, and they're saying forks up because she's got an ASU shirt on. That's what it's about, is how can we create that environment in one of the best cities to live in the country, and it's starting to turn.
Talking with Kenny Dillingham here on Arizona Sports ahead of the Big 12 championship game tomorrow in Arlington. Sam Levitt, I think one of the things that has stood out about Sam this year, Kenny, is his confidence level, his comfort level in running this offense. And he is a confident guy, and I know a few weeks ago he came out and said, I think I'm the best freshman quarterback in the country. How is his mindset, and how confident are you with him being able to really shoulder this challenge in a huge, huge setting?
He's a competitor. He loves these types of settings. This is his world. The bigger the game, the more excited he gets. And the bigger the moment, the calmer he gets. And I think that's what's unique about him is he's so passionate, so emotional, but in the biggest moments, he's his calmest. And I'm super excited to watch him play. He's earned the right to play in this game. He deserves the right to play in this game. And I'm excited to see him go out there and play the best he can.
Outside of Jordan Tyson, how healthy are you guys going into this game, Kenny?
We're pretty healthy. Obviously, other than the guys that have been out for the year, like Jordan Tyson, Raleek Brown, Coop. You know, we've had some guys that have been dinged up all year that were supposed to be in our 2 deep, but nothing new from the last week or so.
And moving into the Big 12, we knew that earlier start times were going to pop up from time to time. And now you get an early start time, a 10 a.m. Arizona start time in a Big 12 championship game. And I know the trip to Cincinnati didn't go the way you wanted it to. You went into that game shorthanded, but it was an early kick. How valuable was that experience now getting ready for a much bigger game with that timetable, Kenny?
I don't know how much, because we went out to Cincinnati 2 days early. So we could adjust our time clock, and we actually started the Cincinnati game pretty solid. On the first drive, we went stop, score, stop in that game. So we didn't come out slow, based off of just because hotels and stuff like that, we couldn't get out there 2 days early for this time change. So it will be different. And like I told the guys, whether we have to wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., we're playing a championship game. If you can't wake up with some energy to go play as best we can play, then we shouldn't be playing in the game anyways. So I'm excited to see the guys wake up in the morning at 5:45, put their suit on, put whatever they're going to wear on, and go out there and play the best they can play.
Well, Kenny, again, congratulations on what you've accomplished so far. I know the goal is not accomplished yet, so best of luck against Iowa State. And as somebody who's been following and rooting for ASU football for most of my life, thanks for making this fun again, man.
Indeed.
Hey, I have more fun working harder than anybody in the country. That's the vision, baby.
Love it.
Thanks, Kenny. Good luck.
Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils. His team in the Big 12 championship game tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. kickoff. You can hear it here on Arizona Sports.
That was a really good last question, because that is the one thing. It's like, wow, shouldn't that be later in the day?
Yeah, but TV rules everything.
No, I guess it does.
You know that.
Yeah, I do.
They didn't have to play. I mean, the Pac-12 used to put their championship game on a Friday night, so it would have an exclusive window. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so excited for that game tomorrow. And thanks again to Kenny Dillingham.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.